So, welcome back. In this session, we're going to have a look at inheritance. And I realize it doesn't really make sense for this example, but I think it's an easy example, and that's why I still want to do it. So, what is inheritance? Well, let me create a simple example. I created a scratch by pressing Ctrl Shift Alt Insert. So I have class A, def init A, self.a is A, def return or get A squared, return A self or A times self dot A. Now we're going to create class B, which inherits from A. So def init self A dot B, and then I'm going to say dot A dot init self A, self dot B is B, and then def get B self return B, or get to B return 2 times self dot B. So now if we create a class, so I will say class B is B, and we'll say A is 5 and B is 4. I'll say class print class B dot get A squared. We get 25, even though we don't define the functions of A in this thing. We copy them from class A because of the inheritance here. So let's go do that for our example. We create a new Python file, which I'll call entity, add class entity, def init self. For now we'll only have width, height, x position, x coordinate. No, just let's just have width and height, and we'll say self dot self dot rectangle. Actually, let's also get a coordinate. X coordinate, I coordinate, or is it Y coordinate? Self dot rectangle is, oh, I copied a bit more than I thought. Import Pygame. X coordinate, Y coordinate, width, and height. And then we're going to say def update rectangle self.rectangle.x is self.x coordinate. We can also define that here. X coordinate, y coordinate, y coordinate, rectangle.y is self.y coordinate. And now if you go to player and we say from core dot entity import entity, and we have the player class inherent from entity, and we say entity dot init width, height, width is width, height is height, x coordinate is x coordinate, and y coordinate is y coordinate. Then we can actually remove the update rectangle code as well as the self-out rectangle, and we can do the same thing with Space Invader. So we'll say from core.entity import entity, Space Invader inherits from entity. Now we have to initiate our entity dot init, and we can actually just copy paste this. Self. We also have to have that here, of course. That's a mistake. Oh. And here you see why I really like PyCharm, right? It prohibits you from these mistakes. And we can remove this, and we can remove this. So the reason I like inheritance is because it obviously it reduces code, but also if you wanted to change this interaction, you'd only have to change it in one spot, rather than having to keep track of um, all your mechanics everywhere. You can just have everything in one spot. And so if I ever want to create a new second Space Invader type, for instance, I have to do a lot less typing, which also prevents mistakes. So yeah, I hope that helps. I hope that enlightens you a bit, and it's clear. If it's not, please let me know, and I'll be sure to post a new video explaining it a bit more, because I think this may have been a bit too short. Anyway, see you next time, and